if your main purpose and your main goal is to make $10,000 a month to serve yourself, you're a selfish person. This is a lot more off the cuff. There's no script, no teleprompter, no nothing. It's just a collection of thoughts that I have been sitting with for the last couple of weeks. Stewardship is the #1 issue as to why your greed or your want for $10,000 is selfish. The whole idea about I need to make 10K a month, all the ad creatives that say do this and make $10,000 a month, the fastest way to making $10,000 a month, all those things can sound good and it can sound like that's the dream. But I'll tell you this from the other side. I hate to be the one to say it, but it's true. You have to take some self-inventory as to what this $10,000 a month goal provides for you. What does it serve to the people around you? And I think that a lot of you with that mentality that online has been plaguing us with, you think of how can $10,000 a month serve you yourself. The biggest shift, the biggest change, not only in mentality, not only in work ethic, not only in purpose, in just financial knowledge, has been not letting $10,000 be the cap in which you strive or seek for. I'm gonna take this back about 3 years ago when I hit my first ever $10,000 month. I was proud, I was happy, everyone wants to hit that milestone, but that novelty faded after just a week of actually seeing what that looks like implemented in my life. I was 19 years old and hitting a $10,000 a month was something that a lot of my peers weren't doing, but there was a lot of responsibility that came with it that I was not prepared for yet. And I'm going somewhere with this, so keep watching the video. That first $10,000 month was gone like this. Like any other teenager, I had bills, credit cards that I had to pay off. Just this is the transparent truth of everything. This is not talked about online enough. After everything was done, yes, maybe I walked out with maybe $6,000 myself, but I was not prepared to live a life of someone making $10,000. So what did I do? I ate out every day. I bought all sorts of camera gear that I didn't need at the time, a bunch of different headphones, I bought everything. I wasn't taught what stewardship looked like. And that's just #1 main reason why you're not ready for $10,000 months and why it makes you selfish. This ideology that I'm gonna do all that I can to make as much money as possible to serve myself is inadvertently capping you out where you are right now. And I don't mean that lightly. During that time, again, like I was just spending without a thought in mind of what the consequences of this is gonna be. I didn't take into account what I had to do financially, like responsibly. You know, $10,000 a month, if you're really paying your taxes, like you gotta cut at least 30 to 40% of that to save for that. I didn't think that. I was just like, let me just spend the money. #2 is gonna be the whole idea of wanting to hoard everything for yourself. This is the biggest factor that I see for a lot of people that are entrepreneurs that have been in this sort of quote unquote stuck feeling within their video agencies, which is a lot of the people that I work with, and with any other kind of business. They don't understand that money allows for you to buy back time. And yes, you buying back that time might mean that that number that goes into your pocket might look a tiny bit smaller, but direct result of that is an actual scalability and growth of your business. Now, if I'm being honest, $10,000 is not enough to pay a good team, right? But it is enough to delegate some timely tasks that allows you to move on to the next thing. And what I find a lot with a lot of the video agency owners that I work with, I find that they get the $10,000 month. They do all the work, but at the end of it, they're working 80-hour weeks like I was back in 2023 when I was running Content Lab with my friends. They find themselves missing family events. They find themselves not being in a place where they actually get to enjoy the fruits of their labor. You kind of see this rat race going on where it's like, yeah, I'm making the money that I wanted to make once before, but I almost have no time to actually enjoy it. That's why that second point is really, really big. It's just like, you have to understand that your scalability and your growth is not gonna happen by yourself. Just like the video I made last week about making my friends rich, I understood that the desire to make money isn't inherently a bad thing. It's when you serve that money is when it becomes a bad thing. At a $10,000 rate, right? Let's just say you have $2,000 in rent. Let's say between your car payment and your insurance, you have about $1,000 in vehicle. That's $3,000. You've already set aside $5K for taxes. You're left with about if I'm doing the math right, you're left with about $2,000 or $3,000, $2,000 I believe. Now tell me what good contractor you can pay to kind of help you scale your business for $1,000 a month. Someone that actually moves needles for your business and isn't just there trying to collect the paycheck. Your striving for a number shouldn't be in the way in which I just want this so I can gain more material. It's I want to gain this so that I can open doors for people around me, and so that when people enter my inner circle, they understand, oh shoot, like I'm actually getting opportunity here. And because I'm getting opportunity here, I want to buy into that person that bought into me. Number 3 is simply flat out just like this. Setting your bar at $10,000 is just too low. It's just ultimately too low. After points 1 and 2, you can automatically start to think, and I hope you have been, but $10,000 a month is very low. If you understand what that looks like, right? Yeah, you're probably making $100,000 a year, but when you divide it amongst the hours for you video agency owners that are still video editing, that are still going out and shooting, that are still doing all the pre-production by themselves, you understand that your dollar amount per hour that you're working is probably just as good even at $10,000 a month, is just as good as someone working at Chipotle. And no offense to you guys that are doing that right now. I understand the grind. I used to work at Insomnia Cookies. Your time value for what you're bringing for a company or somebody that you're working for is worth a lot more than what you actually think and what you're actually quoting for. Actually, I would argue that a lot of you guys, because your mentality is just so fixated on this $10,000 number, are selling yourself short when it comes to the time that you can spend to actually serve your client well. A lot of people will look at these budgets and say, oh my God, $10,000 is an arm and a leg. I can't afford it. Well, good. Let those no's lead to more yeses down the line. I know people that have charged $150 and someone told them it was too expensive. I've heard someone charge $5,000 and someone say it's too expensive. It's not about the price, it's about what results and what people are buying into. Now, speaking directly to the video agency owners, if anything that I've said in this video has intrigued you, it's not a hard sell. If you want to join a community of like-minded people, just like the ones that have this similar mindset built in, there's a link down below to Framework, which is the community that I've been building for over a year and a half now. We've grown over to 100 members, and it has truly been something that has fulfilled me, being able to give back in real time to the people that have been, around me, and even being able to provide jobs in the group. Like it's amazing. But back to the video, I want you guys to understand that you are setting the ceiling too low. $10,000 a month is too low. What you do with this after this video is completely up to you, but understand that capping yourself out at that number can be detrimental to the career and the life that you are truly seeking to build. And I don't say that lightly. You are capping yourself out at the amount of people that you can directly serve with what you've stewarded. I've understood this, right? The moment that you start serving money and making that your idol, that's where everything falls apart. The moment you look at money and people as stewardship rather than your own personal gain, you will start to have a shift that your bank account will reflect, that the people around you, it will reflect. You will start to notice that the moment you don't set your eyes on something so small and start setting it on things even bigger, you would understand that what you're building is something worth a lifetime, something that carries on past you. The last thing I would challenge you with on this video is, what is it that you want to leave behind? Just money? Or do you want to leave a legacy of people that could speak to how much you've impacted them? I would almost argue, actually, I'm not even going to give you my answer. I'll just let you sit on that one. But if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. I know it's a different type of format, but I want to be able to share thoughts with you guys. I want to be able to dive deeper and help express kind of the things that are going through my mind as an entrepreneur that is on track to building their first ever 8-figure business. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.